In this video, let's see some important properties because of which we'll be able to solve some questions on the concept of inverse trigonometric functions. We already have seen as to what are inverse trigonometric functions. We have also seen some numerical problems to the same. Now we'll be seeing some properties of inverse trigonometric functions, and the properties are related to the principal branch value or the principal value branch that we already studied in the previous video. Let's see what the properties are and what use will these properties serve in the form of questions. So listed here are 6 inverse trigonometric functions: sine inverse, cos inverse, cosecant inverse, secant inverse, tan inverse and cot inverse. And I have sine inverse sin theta, cos inverse cos theta, tan inverse tan theta and so on. So actually what is this all about? That if a question is given to me as sine inverse sine say pi by 4. So what will my answer be? Will it be pi by 4 or will it be pi minus pi by 4? What will it be? This is the video all about. And if you understand this video properly, you will be able to understand the questions based on this, which we will be taking up in the next video. So it is known to me that the principal value branch or principal branch value of sine inverse is what? Minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So if my theta lies between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, my sine inverse sine theta as the answer has theta. The answer is theta if and only if the value lies between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. For example, the value of pi by 4. Pi by 4 lies between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So the answer is theta only, which is pi by 4 only. So in this manner we understand and we see one example. But if what happens if the value is given to me, the question is given to me as pi by 4? No, but sine inverse sine 3 pi by 4. Now will the answer be 3 pi by 4? Will it be theta? No. Why no? Because 3 pi by 4 does not lie between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. You have to make it lie between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 first. Understood? So how we will do this question, this we will be seeing in the next videos. But for now, understand that if the values are principal branch values, say 0 to pi for cos, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 for tan, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 0, not included for cosecant, secant has 0 to pi and pi by 2 not included. In all these cases, these values are what? These values are nothing but as principal branch values, and since these are the principal branch values, so what do I have? I have all these giving me the same answer as theta. One more example, suppose my question this time is not related to sine inverse, rather it is a different question. The question is cot inverse cot pi by 2. Now cot inverse cot pi by 2 means we are talking about the 6th case here. Pi by 2 is the angle. Where is pi by 2? Does it lie between 0 to pi? Yes, it lies between 0 to pi. Since it lies between 0 to pi, I don't need to think anything but simply write my answer as theta, which is pi by 2. So we understand that the table or the list given to me is very much useful. If I learn this properly, if I understand this properly, I can solve the questions with ease. One more important thing, some of you might not know the meaning or the pronunciation of the symbol. The symbol is nothing but called as for all or for every. So this symbol is very important in discrete mathematics specifically. The symbol is nothing but called as for all or for every. As the name suggests, it means that for all thetas or for all angles which lie in the principal branch value or the principal value branch, I have my answer as theta only. For some people who might want some examples to this some numerical problems to this topic, we'll be seeing in the next video which follows this video on principal value branch or principal branch value.